What up, you guys?
Hey.
Hi. Wow, I'm really excited at how many people are here tonight.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Thank you guys for showing up. And this is my first time coming to Storytellers. Don't tell anybody I said that. But I'm really, really excited to tell you guys my story tonight. Happy Heart Day to all you people as well. So I am Amber Caldwell. I am a native Maconite. I'm a mom, business owner, artist, stylist, to some regular people and to a few celebrities you might have heard. I'm a full-time compassionate, passionate, do the best I can, possibly do human and humanitarian. I opened the door to my very own business, a salon, in the very place I had always wanted to do business. The place I had grown up in, where I dreamt of being successful. Downtown Macon, Georgia, and I got to open my business on Cherry Street, like the most popular street in Macon, right? I got to design it. I got to give people opportunities that weren't available in businesses and my expertise of work. I was able to support my local artist friends. I was able to help them display all of the things that they wanted to share with the community as well. I had everything going. Diversity, the best talent in town. I wanted everyone to feel comfortable, and I wanted to make sure that everyone knew I was here to help them not only look good, but also just be here for my community. I felt so accomplished and supported by my community indefinitely. I made sure that everyone knew that I was here to help. And I was here to help make dreams come true and to provide any and everything I could. Well, as I'm pulling into my salon one morning, beaten down in my new Camry I had just gotten with the JBL sound system, pulling into my, parking garage, I noticed a woman. There's a bench right in front of the door. Notice a woman there with all of her belongings, suitcases, garbage bags, takeout food, just really any and everything that you could think of that anyone could possibly carry alone by themselves. I walk through the parking garage, I see her, I'm polite, I say hello, kind of, like, hi, see you have all of your things here. And I just kind of go about my day, and, we open up, I'm turning the music on, my employees are coming in, clients start rolling in, we're getting everything going for the day, and people start complaining about the woman outside. And over the course of, weeks, this woman was a complaint. She was asking for money, she was yelling. She was literally fighting the air that she breathed. And she was just kind of in the way, and nobody wanted that around, okay? So I talked to a few people. I called some people that I was advised to call. This organization is called Macon Bid, and their job is to clean up the streets. So Macon Bid comes and they're like, all right, so this is what we can do. We can clean this up, which basically meant taking everything that this woman had to her name. Miss Phyllis was her name. She spat at these people, she yelled, she tried to fight these people. Y'all, this woman was ruthless. She does not give a shit about nobody was taking her shit, okay? Nobody. And I absolutely did not want that for this woman, because who would want to see a group of people just take everything just take all of their belongings that they have to their name? I wanted her to go away because she was kind of being a nuisance in front of my business and my clients were complaining, but I didn't want her to have everything taken away from her. So with that being said, the big guys were like, well, you know, if you don't want us to do this, then you're just gonna have to call the sheriff's department. And I don't know if you guys are from Bibb County, but I am, and you know, nobody really ever wants to call the sheriff's department around here. So I acquire the captain of downtown, I get her info, blah, blah, blah. She comes down, we have a conversation. And her solution is basically the same thing. We're gonna take her stuff, we're gonna get her out of your way, and we're just gonna send her to jail. Well, I tried to convince her, like, there's got to be another way. Like, there has to be another way to help her. Because she obviously just needed some help, and even though she was kind of being a nuisance for me and my business, I just didn't want to make her life any worse than it was. And so with that being said, then the captain is like, well, there's not really anything I can do, but, you know, take her to jail. And I'm just like, well, I don't want to do that. This woman eventually moved down the block and just kind of, you know, made the same problems for other business owners, which was, you know, also sad. But she was just a fraction of the problem that we had on our once very quiet end of Cherry Street. I woke up another morning, but it wasn't until like getting my Camry and bebop my way downtown or anything like that to open my doors. It was about 2:30 in the morning. I got in a call. I had a friend that worked at a bar here. She called me like 25 times, but it wasn't until like another friend of mine called that worked at another bar downtown that was like, hey, you gotta come down here. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm sound asleep. And someone had busted my window out of my salon with a trash can that I had sitting outside for people. It was like one of those ashtray trash can things. And it was a man riddled with anger and just mentally not well. He was caught and arrested. This guy is still in jail in Bibb County to this day, not specifically for this thing, but for some other stuff as well. And I was compassionate to this guy. I remember showing up and the cop had him in the back of the car, and I look at him, I'm like, come on, dude, like, why'd you have to do that? Like, I'm so sorry. And he, oh, I didn't do it. And I'm like, yeah, you did. You're in the back of the cop car, like, whatever. But what do you do? What do you do when you have this kind of toxicity like going on for, you know, weeks or months, and you've worked so hard for everything that you've had, that all the things that you're doing for your friends and your community and the people that come and see you all of the time? Well, when your name is Amber Caldwell, you try to find a solution. And I tried my damnedest. I had meetings. This lovely lady sitting right here tried to help me too. Thank you, Rachel. I mean, I had meetings with all of the people that could actually do something. I came up with the ideas to help our community, to help our people on our streets. I started the hard conversations, but nobody wanted to hear me, and nobody could. It was devastating to me. No one wanted to hear me. The incidents kept happening like day after day. Sometimes it was the same person causing the same issues on our block. It was mostly different travelers that had no regard for any pride I had worked so hard for and created for my community. The outrage I felt for these people on our streets who really needed help, and myself, because it was destroying everything I had worked so hard for. So there it was, at a dead end. I was for once helpless and not helpful. I battled a no-win battle with no help from anyone that could. And people have got a lot to say about Macon, and if you are here for any length of time, you'll feel like it has something to say about you too. I know I have felt that way so many times, and I feel like I'm starting to kind of see some things, and people who have been here for a while have the same feelings as I have. Everybody got something to say, right? Nowadays with social media and everything, but it's okay. Don't let things that people have to say about you get you down. But when people have things to say, it sticks with you, you know? Going through life, doing the things you always said you would, having all the support and love from a community that you could possibly want. Just really doing it, you know? And just feeling that high of how possible your impossible has always been to you. You know, you go to the dinner parties and you're opening a business and you're doing all the things and you have all the friends and just life is just amazing. And you're like hanging out with these people that you've held high on these pedestals for so long. And you're just like, how did I get here, right? And then you wake up and bam. I woke up one morning, 2:30 a.m., I go to work, bam, all of this happens. And this place that I held so high for so long and all of the people I held so dear, it just took such a spiraling turn. My whole life that I had worked, like everything I had worked for, everything I had sweat for, all the things I'd made sacrifices for. Being a good mom, being a good stylist, a business owner, social elitist, whatever. You know, just all the things a single person could do at once. I did that shit. And then I didn't do that shit. You know, there's a cool thing about life that if you're smart about it, you can actually learn from it and not make the same mistakes twice. Or have the same experiences over and over and over. I had a boss tell me once, I was working in a restaurant, super crazy night, standing at the, POS station, and he looks at me, he's at like the expo, if you're not familiar with restaurant, that's where they put all the food on the plates. And he looks at me and he says, Amber, there's one thing I've always noticed about you, and that's that you don't make the same mistake twice. That really stuck with me. And that was about a year before I had my son. And I just always kept those, that saying, that those words that he said to me in my head. And I'd never really thought about it before he said that to me, and I started noticing more about myself and became a little more aware of what I was actually doing throughout. And I wanted so hard not to make mistakes, like we all do, right? But I'm sorry. I lost my place, I'm sorry. But the things that I did do for my community, I did them purposefully. And I still do them. It's just that not a lot of people know about it. Because I will never make the same mistake of allowing myself to be so engulfed in a environment where I'm pouring my heart and my talents into nouns, people, places, things, that gives any single particle of any kind of matter the chance to take it. You can be the best thing that ever came to town 1 second, and then you don't do what somebody likes, and here it comes. All the things, the rumors, the haters surfacing, the attacks, the Facebook slander, the plan to blow shit so far out of the water that it makes you feel that the whole world is against you. And in some capacity, we've all been there, right? But when it comes, let it go. Just let it go. Don't allow people to take your joy. I had to remind myself not to make the same mistake again. I had to allow myself to actually do what was best for me for once. And holy shit, did my time come. And it's about to go because I'm going. I'm getting away. This week, actually. This week, I am seeing my time here as a blink of an eye. My blood, my sweat, my tears, my friends, my favorite hangouts, the streets that I've walked for the last 20-something years, where I can still see all the brag jams, all the parades, the music, all the drama. I just did it, and now I'm not. I believe there is some truth with the stories about the natives here in Maconga. I like to call it Maconga. There is a spirit here. Everyone feels it. It's literally in everything. If you walk down the streets and you breathe the air and you see the wind blow through the cherry blossom trees, you can feel it. It'll consume you. It's consumed me. It consumed me all the way, and it had its way with me. And now it's letting me go. I am letting me go. I am getting away. Everyone likes to talk about the one that got away, and it seems that everyone has one. But for me, it's me. I'm the one who got away from myself. And to find myself again, I gotta get away. So bye,